Welcome back to the Morning Blend, everybody. Some people have a flower garden, some people have a vegetable garden, but what if you could put the two together in the same pot?
That's right.
Fruits and veggies and plants living together.
Oh, unity. Gardening expert Melinda Myers, aka the plant doctor, is here today with helpful harvesting tips and unique design ideas, even though it's kind of late in the season, right?
You bet. So there are a couple things. One is if you keep harvesting, whether it's in your garden or a container, your plants are going to produce more, but they'll look better.
Okay.
And when you start combining flowers, herbs, and vegetables, part of it is to be a beautiful display. So you want those plants to look good. So to Tiffany's left, the big pot on the table, I don't know if we can see it.
Okay.
So we used fennel, bronze fennel, the tall, feathery plant, as our vertical accent.
That's what this is.
Isn't it
fennel?
pretty? Yes. And it will reseed, so sometimes putting it in a pot is a good way to contain it.
Oh.
And then right in front of that fennel, the purple leaf plant is a purple basil.
Oh.
Now I'm going to put you to work, Tiffany.
Okay,
I'm going to give you the pruners.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
So one of the things is we want to always harvest our herbs right before they flower. So I left mine go along just for TV.
Okay.
So we're going to prune off the flower.
What's this?
Yep. Right there.
Cut that off?
You can go back on the stem, maybe even there, because then we can use the basil in our dish.
Oh,
the flowers are edible.
But this guy's edible?
Yep, you can sprinkle that on your salad, but you can use the leaves in ratatouille, you can make pesto.
It's very
and I don't use chemicals, so it's safe.
Oh, good. I probably should ask that first.
And that is a good idea. The cabbage in front of it is a red cabbage, and it's not quite ripe yet. And you'll see a few holes in there. But because I like to go a little more natural and organic, I'll use something like Dipel or Thuricide. It's a natural product, a bacteria that only kills true caterpillars. So if I sprinkle that on my plant, the caterpillar, the cabbage worm, eats it. It'll kind of slime away for a couple of days and eventually die, but it won't stop feeding. So and then I can harvest my head of cabbage when it's ready and not worry about it. And then I combine that vine spilling over the front. That's a Torrenia, wishbone plant, just for looks.
Pretty.
And the yellow one is a sweet potato vine.
This guy?
Right. It's an ornamental variety of the sweet potato we eat. You can eat them when you dig them up in the fall. People always call me, can I eat that? Yes, it's not as tasty as the ones in your garden.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it's okay to
you got tomatoes back here.
Yeah, you've got some tomatoes, but the flowering plate you put in front, it's okay to put that in with stuff you eat?
Oh, you bet. Now, if you're worried about is it edible or not, you might want to go with an edible flower like a nasturtium. My pot was too tall. Or I brought in.
So they won't fight for root space?
No, you want to water often, check daily, and you may need to fertilize. I always put a slow release fertilizer like Milorganite when I plant. And then I had so many plants in there, I just gave it a mid-season boost so it would look good. And because it's low nitrogen, it's not going to interfere with flowering. So I want to make sure I don't get lots of leaves and no tomatoes.
Did you smell this?
Yes, I love that basil. And this one is just killing me. I love the smell of this. This rosemary is just so fragrant.
You bet. And I think herbs, I use a lot of herbs because of the color, texture, and the fragrance. And I just put it in a painted pot someone had given me, and that was the way I dressed that up. So not real flowers, but flowers on the container.
Is this a lettuce pot you're going to make?
You bet. This is actually Swiss chard. It's a great cool season plant. And then I have a calendula. Of course, it finished blooming 2 days ago.
So that's a flower.
It's a flower, and it's edible. And they sometimes call it pot marigold because they take the petals and throw them in soups and stews.
Oh.
And they would make, and so they called it pot marigold. The funny story in this one is it reseeded in one of my pots. So I just uncovered it with all my containers. Oh. Now this is going to love the cooler temperatures of fall. So we're going to put this in here because it's a nice big pot. Loosen those roots.
Yep.
And we're going to put that in this container.
So right in the center.
So right in the center. Now the Swiss chard, even though this looks tiny, Swiss chard you can use it like you can wilt it like a wilted spinach. You can like we should have the chef here giving recipes.
Right, for Swiss chard.
Yeah, and then also some people use the stems as a substitute for water chestnuts and stir fries.
Yum.
Now even though these are tiny, they're going to get really bigger than this calendula.
So you only need this one little pack of them.
Oh, and I'm only going to put, actually one will be more than enough. So we're going to do that here. And I know it seems crazy because this will be the back of my pot. Get that guy down there. Might have to add a little potting mix here.
Okay.
And we want to make sure the roots are covered.
Okay.
And then we're going to seed in some lettuce right in front. Now lettuce is a great cool season crop. And if you've planted it early, it may be just about done. Just harvest the outer leaves when they're 4 to 6 inches. It will keep producing. But when it gets hot, they'll send up flowers and be done. So I picked this nice colorful
So you can start from seed at this time of the year?
You bet. So the key is looking on the back, and it will tell you how many days from seeding to harvest.
Okay.
And so our first frost can come anywhere from late September, usually the middle of October.
Yeah.
So we still have quite a bit of time. This will be ready in about 45 days.
Oh, wow.
Because
Awesome.
they're fine seeds, I'm just going to sprinkle them over the soil
no
surface. And
So
then
why
I
can
just
you add
so
so much
easy.
of that instead of the chard?
because it's going to be really tiny. These will only get this big. That's a really good question. And I put it on the outer edge here, and I'm just lightly covering it because lettuce likes a little light to germinate.
Oh.
So I'm going to dress this up with lettuce. In a few weeks, I'm going to have nice, colorful lettuce. My chard will start to grow. You know, it's very tempting. Even I want to put 2 chard in here. I know, but it kills me. But you know what's going to happen? It's going to be huge.
Okay.
And I'll be sorry later. So the nice part about the lettuce, I can easily thin that and eat those greens. And I got to, of course, water this once I get it home and put it in a sunny spot, and it'll be good. In about a month, I'll be harvesting lettuce, and my Swiss chard will really make that calendula or pot marigold stand out.
My
Love that.
grandparents used to grow lettuce, and they'd put sugar on it and
Yes.
eat the lettuce leaves like right out of the garden. It's so yummy. Just a little bit of sugar. All right, so you're going to be at State Fair. It's the Livable Landscape is what Melinda's going to be presenting at the Wisconsin State Fair. That's at the We Energy's Energy Park stage, August 6th through 16th daily. She's going to be there at 10 and at 2. For more information, you can visit her online at melindamyers.com to find out more about that. She also brought along an awesome prize pack. This is a gardening set that we're going to give to caller number 7 this morning. It includes a bag of Milorganite as well as a garden tool, which is awesome.
The
This is one of your
blue-handled
favorites.
tool, right? The Cobra head, the blue-handled tool, made in Wisconsin. And you can use that for cultivating weeds, mixing in compost in your soil. So we'll give that away. And at the fair, I'll be giving away mosquito ducks, a gift certificate from Ebert's, and some other bumper stickers and other prizes. So practice random acts of gardening as the bumper sticker.
Love that.
That's so good.
Thanks,
I love
Melinda.
it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Great to see you.
That's
Love
great.